you know what I just said, Cassie? Yeah, I'm gonna be like a bright sunflower from Mars. Oh yeah, keep my face toward the sun and smile on everyone. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. We don't have to be like those lotus flowers, oh no. Cross our legs, close our eyes, fold our hands, and forget we came. We can be like two birds of paradise, oh yeah. Come with me, we'll be free, and let our free flags fly. Keep our faces toward the sun and smile on everyone. 'Cause tomorrow may rain, so I'll follow the sun. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Jai Guru Deva, Om, 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 Om. She wants me to be like a lotus flower, oh yeah. I don't wanna be like a lotus flower, oh no. She just wants to be like a lotus flower, oh yeah. I don't wanna just be a lotus flower, oh no. She wants me to be like a lotus flower. I don't wanna be like a lotus flower. She wants me to be like a lotus flower. I've gotta be me, I'm a bright sunflower.
From Mars.
You say you want resolution, well here you go.
It went to Mars.
Thank you for bringing, give it up for Cassie all the way from Mars. This is like the serendipitous, synchronicitous, wonderful, some people call it coincidental things that happen in our lives, in my life in particular. Like, how did Cassie, all the way on Mars, know that I would be here today singing a song, the first song I sang about sunflowers? It's called Sunflower. It's actually a co-write. It's based on a song written by a singer-songwriter named Caroline Cotter, who wrote a song called Lotus Flower. And I thought it was a great song. And one day I'm in my room playing my guitar. I go, oh, that sounds like that Caroline Cotter song, except half of her words were in Sanskrit, and I didn't know any of them. So I decided I'd make up my own words, which I did. And then, I got kind of a little carried away. And I played it for her, and she approved. She said she would change just one word. And the word was, she's trying to be like a lotus flower, which what I had. And I liked it because she said she had a conversation with her mother, and Rosemary, my beautiful true love Rosemary right there, is constantly, actually I'm reminding her more often than not, there is no such thing as try. You either do it or do not do. Something like that. I think Yoda said that in Star Wars. Or, I don't know, Return of the Lycan or something. I don't know what it was. Anyway, she said try. So that's actually she said teach her to be like the lotus flower. And then I threw in some little, So my favorite part about the song now is that the writing credits should read Lennon, McCartney, Cohen, Cotter, McDonough. And Yoda. That's the worst Yoda ever. I think it sounded more like Fozzie Bear. Waka, 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 waka. All right, let's do. I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She showed me her room, isn't it good? Norwegian wood. La 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 la. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. Oh, I sat on her rug, biding my time, drinking her wine. We talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for bed. Said that she worked in the morning and started to laugh. I told her I didn't and crawled off to sleep in the bath. Oh, and when I awoke, I was alone. This bird had flown. So I lit the fire. Isn't it good? Norwegian wood. La 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 Isn't it good? Norwegian wood. Isn't it good? Norwegian wood. And I'll just eat ya Norwegian wood. And I want to beat ya head Norwegian wood. And I want to beat ya head Norwegian wood. And I want to beat ya head Norwegian wood. Yeah, 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 yeah. Norwegian wood. Burn, baby, burn, baby, burn, baby, burn, baby, burn. Thank you kindly. That's the Young Wombats arrangement of Norwegian Wood. Another John Lennon, Paul McCartney. Thang. Give it up for Scott. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. I never sounded so good. Alrighty then.
That's the idea. Have some fun.
It's kind of a bluesy thing and key of blue, and you can sing along on the chorus, and you can play along if you do. Well. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, confession to Mike. My name is Dennis M.C.T.D. Walton. But I'm from Australia, I'm from down under. I've been hiding my Aussie accent since I arrived yesterday, and I'm letting myself out of the bay now, because I am a young wombat. That's the name of my band, and we play archetypal rock and roll from the collective unconscious. And this next tune announces our presence with authority and diction. It's called I Am The Wombat, and it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am the wombat. I come from Australia. I'm a mammal with a pouch and I belong to the order Marsupialia. I'm a herbivorous creature and burying is my trade. I can dig as faster, even faster than any human being with a spade, because I am the wombat. Verily I say unto thee, I am the wombat. I am the wombat, people. I am the wombat, and this is my song. Now, the two types of wombat, common and hairy nose, sometimes they're hard to distinguish until they're juxtaposed. I'm not talking about stupid about the size of a small bear. Some people think I'm slow and stupid, but hey, I don't care, because I'm the wombat. Hey, I'm not kidding about this wombat thing. I am the wombat. I'm the wombat, people. Look out! I'm the wombat. This is my song. Here we go, chorus. I am the wombat. E-D-A-C. I am the wombat. Sing along with me, in other words. I am the wombat. Take it to B. I am the wombat. It's Sabbath true. I'm not as probably my cousin, the koala or the kangaroo. I'm lovable and cuddly and endangered too. Look out! Well, I am the wombat. Goo 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 goo. Yes, I'm the wombat. W-O-M-B-A-T. That spells wombat. I'm a young wombat, baby. Give me a barrel, girl. I'm the wombat, and this is my song. What's a wombat do? Eats roots, shoots, and leaves. I'm a lover, not a fighter, and I have no natural enemies. I'm loving a wombat. I ain't to please, but a main-spirited dingo bitch can still bring me to my knees. Yeah, I'm the wombat. W-O-M-B-A-T. That still spells young wombat. I'm a wombat, baby. Spell it J-U-N-G. We are the wombats, and this is our song. Sing along, here we go. I am the wombat. I am the wombat. Beautiful. I am the wombat. I am the wombat. You keep singing that while I think something clever to say. Wombat. I am the wombat. I am me as you are, she as you are, he, and we're all young wombats. I am the wombat. See how I waddle and crump from my burrow. See how I waddle and crump. The wombat. I'm a wombat, he's a wombat, she's a wombat, we're all wombats. Wouldn't you like to be a young wombat too? Well, you can, just sing along. I am the wombat. I am the wombat. Everybody doesn't like something, but nobody doesn't dig the young wombats. I am the wombat. Beautiful harmonies. I am the wombat. Two more times. I am the wombat. I am the wombat. Dig it! I'm the wombat, and this is my song, and I thank you all for listening and paying attention and singing along, and I thank Scott for playing along. Good night. Give it up for Scott, the newest member of Young Wombats. How we doing out there? How's the sound there, magnet? The most beautiful magnet I've ever seen. I feel the incredible, I can stop this faux bad accent out there. All right. Oh, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's not true. I'm not really from Australia. I'm not from down under. I do sing in a band called the Young Wombats, but I am from the great Garden State of New Jersey, as you can tell from my thick Jersey accent.
Forget about it.
What's that other one they say? You know, I know that's well, you'll figure it out. Take off my jacket.
What are you talking about?
Take off my jacket and stay a while. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I am from the Great Garden State of New Jersey, born and raised. I was born in the Somerset Hospital, which is in Somerville, New Jersey, but I lived across the river in Hillsborough, New Jersey, which didn't have its own post office. So post-officially, I was still from Somerville. Intellectually and educationally from Hillsborough, and spiritually and religiously from Manville, because Manville was like, we were like at the corner of Hillsborough, like across the river was Somerville, and over the border was Manville, which used to be part of Hillsborough many, many, many moons ago. You might have all heard of John's Manville. It was a corporation. They made a lot of cancer-causing materials, asbestos, insulation, and so anyway, I'm from Hillsborough, New Jersey, and from the Great Garden State, New Jersey, which is home to the New Jersey Folk Festival, which is held every April. It's either the third or fourth Saturday. I can never get that straight, but it's the third. I'm going to say it's the fourth Saturday in April every year at Rutgers University, New Brunswick campus, New Brunswick, New Jersey, and it's held out on the Eagleton Institute lawn. There's like this great old Southern mansion with the big pillars and a big porch. It's a very beautiful building, historic too, and there's a great lawn out in front. So they fill it up with folk music, whatever that means to you. To me, folk is simply music of the people, by the people, and for the people. So it changes as the people change. Anyway, so the New Jersey Folk Festival has a singer-songwriter contest, right? Where they encourage singer-songwriters to submit 3 songs, and I guess somehow they judge them, and if you are selected, you get to play at the New Jersey Folk Festival in the singer-songwriter showcase. And there's usually like 5 or 6 people, and they get like a half an hour each, and they get a stipend too, so it's like a paying gig. Not a lot, but it's folk music, what do you want? Anyway, they encourage you to write songs about New Jersey or that mention people, places, or things in New Jersey. And I thought, I can do that, so I did. And I submitted about six years ago, I don't know, 2015-ish. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's the long-winded folk introduction, because when you join the folk union, you got to talk at least 33 1/3% of the time of your time on stage has to be talking. So I'm working on it. Anyway, that's the long-winded folk introduction and explaining why I now stand before you, ladies and gentlemen, a proud New Jersey Folk Festival singer-songwriter showcase loser. I am from New Jersey, just like John Gorka. We used to sing about it. I am from New Jersey, like Frank Sinatra. And I've got blue eyes, dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. I'm from New Jersey, don't ask what exit, 'cause I really do not know. 'Cause I never ride my bike on the New Jersey Turnpike. So screw you, go ask Joe Piscopo. He's from New Jersey. What exit? I'm from New Jersey too. I'm from New Jersey, like John Bon Jovi. He's so handsome, he's so hot. I am from New Jersey, just like Paul Robeson. He's from Princeton, I am not. He went to Rutgers, I did not. He graduated. down on New Jersey. When they fly in and out of Newark airport, Newark spelled the same as Newark, Delaware. The folks talk kind of funny down there, 'cause New Jersey's major international airport is in Newark, and that rhymes with Gorka. My dad's from Brooklyn, mom's from Philadelphia. His name is Ed, we call her Jean. I am not from New York or Pennsylvania. I am from somewhere in between. I'm from New Jersey, Hillsborough, New Jersey. Sha-la-la-la, I'm in love with a Jersey girl. You'll never find a kinder, finer, more peaceful lass in all the world. You can keep your California girls. I love them Irish Catholic Jersey girls. They're cleaner and they're greener, because Jersey girls don't pump gas. Not in New Jersey, 'cause it's illegal. And if she wants to see the house where I was born and raised, it can be easily found in the green hills on the edge of town, at the corner of Duke's Parkway and Kimberly Road. Oh, 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 Kimberly Road. Oh, 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 Kimberly Road. Kimberly Road. Whoa, Kimberly Road. Whoa, Kimberly Road. Whoa, Kimberly Road. It's a Jersey thing. And I am from New Jersey. I was born and raised here. And when I die, please bury me down in Camden, next to Walt Whitman, underneath leaves of grass. I can ride my bike across the Ben Franklin Bridge over the Delaware, or drive my car through the Holland Tunnel under the Hudson River. Anytime I want to get away, most of the time I'd rather stay in NJ and play. I love to fly on the Pulaski Skyway over New Jersey, Kearney, New Jersey. I was born in the Garden State, born in the Garden State. I'm from New Jersey, born in the Garden State, just like Count Basie, born in the Garden State. Derek Jeter, just like Bud Abbott and Lou Costello. I'm from New Jersey, born in the Garden State. I'm from New Jersey, born in the Garden State, like Catherine Rondo, born in the Garden State, and Suzanne Kajin, the publisher of Elmore magazine, born in the Garden State, born in the Garden State, just like Zach Braff and Peter Dinklage, born in the Garden State, like Joe Montana, born in the Garden State, and Monty Irvin, Born in the Garden State like Queen Latifah. Born in the Garden State. Born in the Garden State. I'm from New Jersey too. New Jersey and you, perfect together. Nice save on that. I'm so sorry about that. But you think it's gonna stay?
No?
I know, I meant to tie it. Ooh, that might do it. Dude, thank you. And if it goes down, wow. Give it up for Scott on the percussion. Man, this guy's just all over. Percussion to right of me, keyboard to left of me. And I need a nary spot of water to drink. What time is it?
It's 12:35.
All right.
Yes.
That's a great tune.
Dude, that was perfect. Those drums was great. Exactly what you needed. All right, let's do a. How many guys were here last night and saw Galleon close the set? That was awesome. Yeah, Galleon inspired me in many, many ways. And one of the ways was to do this song. It makes perfect sense to me. It probably will make absolutely no sense to you. But if you figure out the connection, then let me know. It's the key of A, the key to end up playing along with me. A, D. I don't want no champagne, the bubbles go to my head. I don't want no champagne, the bubbles go to my head. All I want is a glass of red wine instead. Woo. I don't need no reefer, I ain't the Grateful Dead. I don't need no reefer, I ain't the Grateful Dead. All I need is a half a carafe of red wine instead. I sing ooh. That's an A. Ooh. Back to the end. I was born one morning, the sun was shining bright. I picked up my guitar and I stepped up to an open mic. I sang something old and something new, something burrowed and something blue. I like to play a little like the type of rock and roll for you right now. Well, I stole that last verse from Tennessee Ernie Ford. Yeah, I stole that last verse from Tennessee Ernie Ford. He loaded 16 tons of number 9 coal, and the foreman said, well, it bless my soul. He loaded 16 tons. What did he get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Oh. Well, if you see me coming, man, you better step aside. A lot of men didn't. A lot of men cried. But a lot of women did. I kept them satisfied all night long. Let me hear you, Scott. Stay there a while. Back to the A. All right. Give it up for Scott on the tinkle in the ivories, the glasses. All right, here we go. I don't want no champagne, the bubbles go to my head. I don't need no reefer, I ain't the Grateful Dead. All I need is a bottle of red wine and a sweet young thing to blow my mind. I said, come on, honey, you look so fine. We can have ourselves a real good time. Oh, yeah. saying woo-wee, saying woo-wee. Back in the egg. Rolling Tonga. Awesome, brother. Like, it's called no. So, I'm sitting in my living room at 7A Kent Street in Somerset, New Jersey. Not to be confused with Somerville. And that Martin Scorsese Rolling Stones film came on. Shine a Light, I think is the title of the film. It was a live concert film, mostly filmed at, I believe, the Beacon Theater in New York City, which is a small, intimate theater where I've never gotten to see the Rolling Stones live. But hey, I got to see them live. That's all that really matters, several times. And so they bring out special guests. I think Christina Aguilera came out and did a song, and Buddy Guy, they bring Buddy Guy out. And Buddy Guy, he's got his suspenders and his polka dotted guitar, and they do this old song called Cocaine and Reefer. And it was that chord progression. And I'm sitting there, I'm playing along, and I'm like, oh wow, that's a really cool song. And again, I didn't know the words, so I just made up my own. And that's called the John Lennon School of Rock and Roll, ladies and gentlemen. John Lennon said, and I quote, "Give a little backbeat and make it rhyme." But no, he said he started writing lyrics because he couldn't remember the words. So he would just start making up words. And it's amazing, you know. I've been singing, you know, for most of my life. We used to do a Rolling Stones song. A lot of Rolling Stones songs. Beatles, Stones, Monkees, Ramones. That's my musical mantra. Those four groups will take you everywhere in the world that you want to or need to go. And you start there and it'll take you everywhere. So I used to sing Brown Sugar. And I didn't know the words, and this was back before the internet, and you could go to really bad lyric websites that had most of them wrong anyway. And so I'd sit there dropping the needle on the vinyl, boom, 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 trying to figure it out. And the best I could come up with was, right? So, did you understand what I just said?
Right.
So first line, I sang, "Don't go say she found a cat on beers," okay? "Don't say she found a cat on beers," right?
That works.
And that's what I did, because I didn't know what it was, but if you kind of slur like Jagger, you just can't figure out what I'm saying. The actual lyrics, the opening lyric to that song off their Sticky Fingers album is, "Gold Coast slave ships bound for cotton fields." And that's just such a beautiful lyric. Beats "Don't Go Say She Found a Cat on Beers" in my book anyway, so give big props to Mick and Keith. Why do I feel like we should do a Rolling Stone song now? Sure, why not? As Tears Go By. It's a beautiful little lullaby of a song. Gee. It is the evening of the day. I sit and watch the children play, doing things I used to do. They think are new. I sit and watch as tears go by. My riches can't buy everything. I want to hear the children sing. All I hear is the sound of rain falling on the ground. I sit and watch as tears go by. sound of rain falling on the ground. I sit and watch as tears go by. It is the early afternoon. I hear Bruce Holstein will be here soon. I heard him late last night, howling at the moon. I sat and watched as tears rolled by. Get up for Scott. I'm taking him everywhere I ever play, ever again. Never play without Scott again. Thanks, bro. That was great. Time check?
It is 12:46.
46. All right.
Got one more?
We got it. Yeah, I'll do another. I'm going to bring up a special guest, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, I know. Close your eyes or you'll ruin the surprise. Because we have a curtain to bring the special guest from. See if he's ready. He's getting
Yeah, try not to make no noise.
No, do it.
It's hard for me to walk through. I wonder if he's coming here. I think someone's coming down the hall.
So, no one noticed.
No one noticed.
So quiet, you wouldn't notice.
I hope we should get some more people in noon, probably.
I don't know.
Yeah.
As a performer, they know the schedule. We're just here to do our thing.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
If they're here to see the magic, that's good.
You
If
know,
not,
I'm here to see the magic.
that's their loss.
I'm sure, I know it's gonna be magic. And you know what, it's still,
We're having fun with him or without him.
Oh yeah, exactly. Believe me, it just many times I used to worry about that early in my career, but now you got me scheduled. That's the time I'm going to
I'll play for you. You're playing for me.
Exactly.
The blessing is all mine.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, he's watching me too.
So this is, I can make you hear me
music
coming
for
on.
changing.
There you go.
You know what we're gonna change it to? It's exciting. This is the grand finale coming up here. And it. Who are
How's everybody doing out there? My name is Bruce Holstein. I'm the bovine ambassador of the great Garden State in New Jersey. I'd like to thank Dave and Cheryl for inviting Dennis MC McDoNough, because that guy always lets me come and play for him. Sorry I'm late, man. I was just riding my Puggy-eye, my white Puggy-eye all the way up from Raspberry Park, New Jersey. And this is I wrote love songs, nothing but love songs. This is a love song I wrote about my bicycle. What?
What do you want? Drums?
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, drums, go for it. So this is a love song I wrote about my bicycle. It's called White Puggy-eye, and I'm gonna play it just the way I like to ride, fast and with no helmet on. It's in the key of E. Well, now you may find me foolish, there's the foolish things I do. You may think I'm pretty stupid, well, honey, you look pretty and stupid too. I come riding in the moonlight, I burn rubber in 18 gears. I was thinking, honey, maybe you might come with me, we'll grab a couple of beers. I hope you don't want me for my looks or money, 'cause honey, those are two things I ain't got. But you can love me for my white Puggy-eye, like leather sheet, home in a Mars, never screw most furious wife you got I ever rode, I ever sang. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it's time to play. We're gonna play a little musical, whatever it's called. What's it called? Trivia. Let's see if I can do it right. Anybody name that tune? Say that again. Wild Thing. It's also the chord progression to about 800 other songs, but the name of this tune is Wild Thing. Wild Thing is a song written by the great Chip Taylor. How many people know Chip Taylor? Well, if you know Wild Thing, then you know Chip Taylor. He wrote another song called Angel of the Morning. I'm going to turn that one into Angus of the Morning, but it's not done yet. Anyway, the name of this tune is Wild Thing, but the name of this song, Scott, the name of this song is Cow Thing. You make my heart sing. You make everything in the barnyard so beautiful, Cow Thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is an audience participation song, and your part goes like this. You ready? All right, let's try that together on 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, you keep doing that while I sing the verse. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Cow Thing, I think you're murmuring. Your turn. But I want to know for sure. Ready? Go. So bring that big, beautiful, bony, bovine butt over here right now, honey. Cow Thing and you guys are beautiful. Cow Thing. You make my tail swing. You make everything in the barnyard so groovy, Cow Thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here comes your part again. You ready on 3? 1, 2, 3. Cow Thing, I dug your delicious dairy delights. Ice cream and yogurt too. But I'm a no-go lacto vegan soy boy, honey. How now, brown cow? Whoa, Cow Thing. You make my bell ring. Not easy to do with a guitar in hand. You make everything in the barnyard so Cow Thing. All right, ladies, you gotta get ready. Here comes your part again. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Cow Thing, you don't know what you do to me. I ain't talking about no bestiality. Perhaps some animal husbandry. Dread the milky coming of the day. Whoa! Cow Thing, I don't just love you 1%, no. Cow Thing, I don't just love you 2%, baby. No. Cow Thing, I don't just love you half and half, honey. No. I love the whole, organic, orgasmic, fantastic, not in plastic, not homogenized, not pasteurized, not fortified at all. Cow Thing, you're mermaid. Yeah. Cow Thing, I'm gonna take you to the movies, and Cow Thing, I'm gonna take you to a barn dance, baby. Yeah. And Cow Thing, I'm gonna take you for a stroll behind the barn, honey. Cow Thing, I'm gonna take you for a roll in the hay. Yeah. And Cow Thing, I'm gonna love you till you come home. Oh, Cow Thing, I think you're utterly beautiful. Oh, Cow Thing. Oh, come on. Lick me like a salt block, baby. Oh, come on. Cow Thing, I love the effervescence of your dairy air. Oh, come on. Hey, I'm gonna milk this for all it's worth, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, I ain't stopping. Cow Thing, if we were in India, people would be bowing down and worshiping you right now. Instead of slicing you and dicing you and sauteing you for some barbecue. Oh, come on. Cow Thing and mermaid. Oh, Cow Thing. Oh, come on, Cow Thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your last chance to get in touch with your inner bovine selves. A big, heard, I'm like that Dennis guy. Comes out merely to entertain, but also to educate, enlighten, incite, and inspire. You ever heard that? They say you can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. You ever heard that? But I made out of a cow's ear. How about that? What did I just turn into Carrot Top? Is it 2 minutes? 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dennis MC Duno of Young WOMBATS. That's the name of my band. It's been my absolute pride, joy, and pleasure to play for you all here today, ladies and gentlemen. And, so I used to close showcases at Folk Alliance International. I used to play showcases. And folk people, they are like time Nazis, really. Like, if you have 3 minutes, and, okay, your set starts at 10:45 and 32 seconds, and you better be done by 11:05 and 41 seconds. Anyway, so they would give you the 2-minute warning, and this is what I would play. I know it's late. I know you're weary. And I know your plans don't include me. Still, here we are at the festival. We had a couple minutes, and I'm glad you stayed. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, sleep tight. Don't let the bedbugs bite. If you're out tonight, if you're on your bike, wear white. Night.
That's awesome.
That was fantastic, man.